Macron continues to strive to make our planet great again. And scientists are fleeing to France to make it happen. So 6 of the 14 scientists elected for Macron's initiative are from the US and will each receive at least $600,000 to research various different climate projects. Now, you can take a look here at Macron speaking about the initiative and maybe some reason why he decided to launch it.
I call on them, come and work here with us. I reaffirm clearly that the Paris Agreement remains irreversible and will be implemented, not just by France, but by all the other nations. We will succeed because we are fully committed. Because wherever we live, whoever we are, we all share the same responsibility. Make our planet great again.
So as
wow,
you can
that's
see
a broadside at
here,
Trump, huh? Make our planet great again.
Yeah. I think it has a lot to do with Trump pulling out of the Paris climate agreements, and the cheeky name makes it pretty obvious that Macron is responding here to policies that he completely disagrees with. Now, I should say this was launched back in December, and there were 18 scientists elected then. 13 of those scientists were also American. So this, I think, is great in that we have countries that are supporting climate research and are looking towards the future to protect our planet. But I'm really sad to say that I think for the US, it means we're experiencing a brain drain, right? We have scientists who no longer are able to easily get grants and funding for their research. They're not being backed by current policies in the government. And there are other policies that are also keeping people from doing research here in the US. You know, there's a lot of immigration policies that require that after people get a great American education here at some of our top universities, they're then asked to go back home to their home countries and not allowed to stay and give back once they've completed their degree. So it's great that it's happening somewhere. I'm happy that it's happening in France. I really wish that it were happening here at home as well.
Well, it's great that it's happening somewhere, and it's great that he is underscoring the way he is that it's not happening here, right? He's addressing an American audience, I think, in part. He's speaking English. And by the way, I always thought the British accent was the best way to speak English, but now I think that French accent is pretty powerful, too. He's quite compelling in his remarks. But, of course, Lizette's right, that there is a brain drain. More and more scientists are finding there is no federal funding here. They're having to go overseas. You saw a bunch of scientists, climate scientists primarily, leave the EPA. You've seen scientists leave the CDC. These are organizations that aren't supporting scientific research any longer. And so scientists and minds that are associated with so much research are having to go elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, I just want to hit the point of brain drain, then I'll go to Macron's comments. It's also our immigration policies that are preventing people who are trained in other countries who before used to come here and be part of the research around climate change in the sciences as well. And I mean, to be honest, there are a lot of folks outside of this country who are trained around the sciences much better than we are because there is substantial government funding. So there's that also. So it's not just the impulse to go to another country, but who's coming into our country as well. We're banning that. And of course, there's the Muslim ban too, which is a great preventative around that. I love to hear this from France, except why you gotta lie, Macron? I mean, he says France has always led fights for human rights. Are you kidding me? At the same time, you're recolonizing West Africa? Please, like, just tell us what you're doing. Don't add on that layer of patriotism, which is unnecessary because the French are just really obsessed with being cultural heroes.
Maybe he feels like, hey, I'm spending, more than $500,000 per researcher here. I can, throw in some marketing for my country.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also probably emissions issues that they have to deal with internally. I mean, this is a whole sort of conversation, and I'm not crazy about Make Our Planet Great Again either, because first of all, Make America Great Again was a line that strangely enough came from an Octavia Butler novel called Parable of the Talents, and was the slogan, I think her novel came out in the 1990s, was a slogan for a fascist leader.
Well, Ronald Reagan used it first, and it was used in a
Oh, that's
campaign.
right. That's right.
really
right. She did take it from that. Yeah.
But your
But
point's
we're
well taken.
reaffirming.
I thought he was skewering Trump with that line. I mean, that was the reason he used it.
No,
I
that's
think
true.
like slogans like "Make America Great Again," "Make Our Planet Great Again." All slogans go through different iterations. They have different meanings. We need to put them in context here. I think what's important about it here is that he's taking a slogan that means almost exactly the opposite of its original meaning and reappropriating and saying, hey, really, let's not focus on who we are as a country and be blinded to the rest of the world, but take a more holistic approach to policy and think about our fellow human being, not just our fellow citizen.
2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.